Okay, Virgo, I'm here to do your November reading. This is Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. If you haven't been here, I'll explain how we do it. Basically, we just roll dice to get the pieces. We're using my 3D, 5D sculptures to start out with. Then we'll go to cards afterwards. Okay, let's go. I need 5 altogether. We got 11 in reverse. It's in reverse because this dice is an odd number. Odd numbers are reversals, even numbers are upright. Try left hand here. I'm tired of getting reversals. Not too many reversals lately. There we go, we got upright. Whoops, that was a 4. I don't get this shit here. This 9 is no good. 78 upright. That's the next to the last piece. There's 79 pieces, 78 like in tarot, plus an extra special piece. Whoa. 1, 1, 71 in reverse. Okay, Spirit. Need 2 more. 2 more for Virgo. We have 19 in reverse. We need a good piece. Good vibes for Virgo, please. Well, another reversal. 72 in reverse. A lot of reverses. Sometimes reverses come out alright. But we got 71 and 72 reverse and 78 reverse. So I don't know what's going on with the 7s. Okay. So I'll go get the pieces, clear this, set them up, and start the reading. Forgot to mention, I pulled a piece to have here on the set to keep us company during the roll, and that is the 10 of Pentacles. There's such a thing as sacred geometry. That's one of the things I wanted to include in my collection. So we do have 10 pentacles on a base. Reminds me of a monument or an award. And the 10 of Pentacles is the height. It's when happy family, happy home, everything's good. So I thought it'd be a nice piece to start out with. Okay. Hello Virgo, I'm back. Here's your pieces. I decided to do things a little different today. Go with my own intuition, which is always what we should think about, pay attention to. I'm going to start with the first piece. A lot of readers believe that the first energy is the strongest. In this case, this is the world, also known as the universe. And a couple things to remind you though. All these pieces are in reverse except for the 9 of Cups. They're all majors except for the 9 of Cups. And we'll get into that more as we go along. The world's a very interesting energy. Usually signals the end of a long road or the beginnings. And that's why I chose to do a baptism. Even the child has gone through a lot already before it's born. 9 months in the womb. And then, in a general sense, it's about completion and then looking towards new ideas, a new path. And it's very positive in the upright. In the reverse, not so much, of course. Pretty much means it's like a delayed victory. And generally talks about fear being in the way. It's about being afraid to move on. There's a feeling maybe that there's something better out there, greener pastures. And we sometimes find out that the grass isn't always greener. So we got to be careful with this energy. I think I'm going to pull back and we can take a look at the spread as a whole. In fact, what I'd like to do, forget about tarot for a second. Let's just look at what we have here. Pretty cool. I mean, I know what I see. I invite you to put this on pause. Take some time, think about it. because your impressions are just as important as anybody else's. Your intuition, your experiences, because this reading is for you. You know more than anybody. And I'll keep going, and I'll tell you what my impressions are. Great to hear what you think in the comment section. Okay. When I first put this here, I was blown away. I'm sorry. I mean, I do know what these pieces are, but if I make believe I don't, I see these ominous, almost like creatures. I mean, it reminds me, at first it reminded me of the Star Wars scene, the cantina. It's like a bar scene where there's these creatures from all these different star systems. Some look like half animal, half human. There's everything in there but robots, because the bar owner hates robots. He won't let them in. If you haven't seen the scene, you should check it out. It's called the Cantina. But then I thought more about it, and I thought, I don't know, I almost see the gods standing around a newborn baby, viewing it, looking at it. They look kind of serious. I've been to quite a few christenings in my day because I was an altar boy for one, plus have a big family. So I bring my own ideas to it. And then again, I know the pieces involved, and I will go over them. Might as well just do it now. We have the world, as I said, in reverse. The little U in front of the 9, you see a 9 with a cup, that's the 9 of cups. And that's in upright. It's the only piece that's upright. And it's the only piece that's a minor arcana. Very positive card, actually. I mean, in the, traditional tarot. It's 9. It's like a journey, though. You start with an ace, work your way up to a 9. You're almost to a 10, almost complete fulfillment. It has to do with emotions and love. Basically, only one cup is missing for complete bliss. The world is similar in nature, that it's about traveling, going either metaphorically or world travel, actually. The 9 is more about our emotional travel, so. Then we go to the dark hooded piece. It's like this dark wine color with a staff. That's death. Scorpio, water. And in reverse, it's about refusing to accept change, fearing change. It's about failing to win. I mean, it could be issues relating to mortality, about death. So here we could have birth and death. He seems to really stand out in the crowd, in the background, along with the child. So it might be this whole journey. This could be about journeys, our life journey. Then we go to the next piece. It's another hooded figure, this time a female-looking figure. That's the High Priestess. That's the moon. The moon's about secrets, hidden agendas. A little dark, in reverse definitely dark. It's about choosing to remain ignorant. Some of this stuff reminds me of the election right now. I'm sorry, I can't help it. We still don't know who our president will be. And I'm really amazed it's this close. So anyway, this can be about refusing to see. The High Priestess is all about using your intuition. She's like the magician. So it could be your intuition is off, or you're not using it, you don't believe in it. I mean, earth signs, tend to be more conservative, grounded, and there's good and bad in that. We need to always keep our eyes open or use our intuition, not either stifle it or make believe it doesn't exist. It just doesn't serve us. Final piece is you see a silver cap. That's the Hierophant. That's Taurus, a fellow earth sign. In reverse, well, first of all, in upright, he's thought of as could be a priest, a teacher, somebody people go to for advice. Could be, well, in traditional decks, he could be the Pope, for instance. But in reverse, it's more about like broken vows, because it also has to do with marriage and things, institutions that, like marriage is an institution. It can also be about being held back by traditions. Again, we can go with voting on that. Do we just vote because our parents voted this way, or I don't know. I mean, there's so many different traditions that can hold us back. We need to be open-minded. We're all individuals, but we're all connected as well. Sometimes we need to do what's better for the greater good. So we got to break down those old patterns, those old ways of thinking. But I get the feeling of authority figures here, but because they're in reverse, there's fear of them where it's not working. Whatever's going on is not working. You know, whenever you hear anything, just like the word, the wheel, you could think of phrases like reinventing the wheel. That's great. I love that idea. That's the opposite of the negative energy that's here today about being stuck, being fixed, and having fixed ideas on things. Tradition going too far where it becomes a problem, holds us back. Another for world is being worldly. Being worldly, if you think about it, that could mean a lot of things, but means maybe you're traveled, been around, you've experienced different cultures, you embrace different languages, you're fascinated by different cultures, you like diversity. Here we're in reverse. I hate to think that we're against that. I don't see anything positive about being against those things I just talked about, like diversity. When you're worldly and you travel, you tend to see things from a different perspective, and that's always good for us too. It helps us to grow. You also hear people say, maybe somebody wants to give you the world, or you want to give someone the world. Here, if you have a baby, you definitely want to give your child the world. What's that mean? You want to give them things you don't have. Travel could be one of them. Knowledge. We want the best for our children. Give them the world. Okay, how about... I think we should get some cards out. Yeah, let's see. What shall we use? I want to clarify the 9 because it's the odd piece out. Maybe the 9 and the world. So, there's cups in here, but I don't think I can call it a love reading. We have the 9 of cups. We do have water, and we have the earth, but we don't have air or wands in particular, unless you dig deeper into the planets. For instance, Jupiter relates to Sag, Cancer, Gemini, Capricorn. But I like this little deck here for this. It's the Visconti Tarot. We're talking about the world and baptisms, I don't know, just this and tradition. We're talking about Earth here today. So, I've already shuffled. I'm not going to take more time to do it. I did my own reading last night. Yeah, I want to tell you, there's been a lot of reverses coming out, and it's starting to bug me. I almost consider not taking reversals. But then again, I thought, well, we're all interconnected, so these readings kind of make sense that I'm getting a similar vibe from them. I'd say the last 3, plus I did my own last night, and it was similar again. The other similarity, though, is that a lot of them end up on a good note. I ended up with the Sun from 2 different decks as the last card of my reading last night. So, okay, let's see what we get here. Let's clarify. Let's start with the world since it's in front. What do we need to know? What does Virgo need to know about the world? Who gives us to clarify the world? Any messages about the world? Whoa, too many. Well, interesting. One landed upright, the others were upside down, so let's see what we got. I'm not going to take them, maybe they'll come out again. But we got the Sun, which I got last night. Fonte di Coppe, which is, what do we call it? Page of Cups. How you say, right? Let's go for the world. What do we need to know about the world? Okay, here's one. It is the 2 of Wands in reverse. The 2 of Wands in reverse. I'm going to move the camera a little so we can fit these cards. Whoops, damn. Okay. So, the world and this is the 2, right? Yeah. The two of Wands. The 2 of Wands, traditional tarot, you'll see a guy standing there with two wands, one in the ground and one in his hand, looking out towards the water where ships are going by. This basically means that you have started with the ace, which is just more like the dream, the spark of something. These are wands, so we're talking about a lot of energy, fiery. And this is someone who pretty clear what they want to do, but they're still thinking about it, planning more, looking out there, planning, maybe thinking about ships coming in. Still early in their trip, like we talked about the world here, still early. Since this is in reverse, though, it means again this process is being slowed down, and this is perfect in a way, although it's not encouraging. It reinforces what's been said already. There's some kind of stuck energy here. We're not moving forward. We're in this like limbo state. Limbo, babies, death, I don't know. Let's get another one. Let's get one for the 9 of Cups. What can we get for the 9 of Cups in upright? What can we get for the 9 of Cups? The Fool almost came out. That would be a good one, actually. Probably the best thing. When there's this much heavy energy, you know, spirit's involved here. When you have this many majors, too many came out. When you have this many majors in a spread, basically means you have to move on from being stuck, because if you don't, the universe is going to push it. And it's better that you do it. Okay, there's a card. We have the 9 of Wands. So we have 2 9s now, both upright. So it's a sign that we don't need to be stuck. We can move forward. The 9 of Wands, although it is still about struggle, I mean, it's about persevering. Yeah, the 9 of Wands is a long battle's been going on, but you're still strong. Well, you're actually kind of beat up and tired, but you still persevere. And kind of card like this means keep going. You do have the strength, you have the will. If you do, well, maybe if you have the strength and if you have the will, you can still be victorious. A lot of these other pieces mean right now you feel like you're not getting victory in whatever it is you're after. Wands, though, very powerful, very fast. This could happen quick. You know, we have a lot of wands all of a sudden. Could show that we're going to move through this quickly, probably if we do the work, if we do the right thing, you know. What are we being stuck over? Why are we stuck? That's a big question. And we figure out why we're stuck, then we need to remedy it. Do the right things. We know what to do. We're all adults. We wrong people. We got to make amends. You know best. It could also be about your person, of course. And if it's them, I hope they're doing the work, at least trying to do the right thing. Let's see what the RUMI says. RUMI Oracle. It's a new book I just got. Well, new deck, new kit. RUMI was a 13th century poet. Still very, very popular. Maybe more popular than ever. Beautiful cards. I already shuffled these two, so I will try to get a popper here for us. Let's see what we get. Wow, these are big. This almost came out. From nothing to everything. Interesting. It's like starting over. Final message can we get for Virgo? What final advice can you give for Virgo in November? One card, please. Virgo. We don't read reversals. And the cards, they pretty much have a name on them and a number, but you have to refer to the book. So we'll read out of the book quickly. Whoop, there we go. We got something here. We got Cosmic Heart. Cosmic Heart. I like that. Cosmic. Makes me feel like something about, I'll take these down. Something about the world, the universe. As I said, the world card is sometimes called the universe. Let's see if this will stay. I'm going to have to improvise. Let's improvise. I chose a 6 in reverse, 6 upside down. Did I show you the card? It's very pretty, beautiful, crazy, wild. There's a lot of color in these, but they still come off nice. This deck is by Alana Fairchild. I don't see the artist's name here, sorry. The painter, whoever the artwork came from. Alright, I'm going to find this in the book and read it to you. Cosmic Heart, I guess it's number 8, page 47. You can screenshot this if you like. I'll read a little bit from here, maybe just a paragraph or so for the next page. Okay. I was dead, I became alive. I was tears, I became laughter. Power of love arrived, and made me everlasting power. I have seen everything, I have no fear. I have the heart of a lion, I shine like Venus. Let's see here. There is a time on the journey of love when the beloved, that would be you and me, sweet soul, is prepared to engage more completely with the heart of the divine lover. The preparation will be a rich process, spiritually speaking. It may also feel like being beaten, plummeted, simmered and stirred in the pot of the divine master chef to become a sacred and savory meal fit for the most heavenly of feasts. This is a courageous and bold process, one that will create the most delicious aromas in the soul. And yet it is one that will likely take us right to the places we would rather avoid, places of confrontation with pain, but where the loss of its grip on our being no longer lets us quake and retreat from life in fear or uncertainty. See, fear came up again here. Fear and uncertainty and being afraid. It's saying to get to where we need to go, we should be prepared to go through trials. If we're going to have the most savory meal fit for the most heavenly of feast, we need to be beaten, simmered, and stirred in the pot of the divine master chef. Very, very beautiful. This book, this is so beautiful. I'd highly recommend getting this. There's so much more to read here. I just read you this. You can see there's more above it. Then there's more in this whole page. And more. It's not going to be easy to read from here. What's that say? Sacred honoring ritual. Place your hand on your stomach and the other over your heart. Focus on your breath flowing gently in and out. When you are ready, say the following aloud. RUMI, who loves me unconditionally with all the wild love and unconditional affection of the universal heart, help me now. I trust in my own heart wisdom and in the truth of your love for me. Please help me trust in the flow of life. Let go of my fixed plans and ideas and open up to the genius of love itself. May I realize that my destiny will unfold with absolute perfection, and may I trust in the signs I'm given. May I be able to release any false guidance based in fear, and may I open up instead to genuine guidance and inner knowing based on love. Under the grace of your protection, may this be so. That lines up perfectly with everything we've been talking about. That's why I love tarot and love digging for messages. I hope you enjoyed this. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks for coming. Love you all.